weather condition, and we've got the option currently on to show more tutorials for first-time players, and it's suggested that we bring in some support hunters to finish off the hunt. So I'm going to follow that suggestion and fire off an SOS flare.
人が NPC が
There's some NPCs here just minding their business on the map.
Gosh, hopefully Doshiguma doesn't come barreling through right now.
グマに攻撃されないといいですね。
そうなんです。逃げていきます。攻撃さ
Don't
れない
worry, they're smart enough to run away when they see it coming.
今ね、ファストトラベル使いましたね。
So I've just used fast travel to return to a pop-up camp.
And what does the pop-up camp allow us to do?
このキャンプでできることは何でしょうか？
まあ、このように装備を変えたりだとか、物資を補給、アイテムを補給したりだとか、あと力尽きた時のリスポーンポイント、あと SOS フレアを打った時の AI サポートハンターが、出てくる場所にもなりますので、なるべくこのモンスターの習性に合わせて場所に先にして置いておくと狩りの効率がすごく良くなってきますね。
So these camps will allow you to change your weapons, change your gear, stock up on items. They're also the respawn point for after you cart, and they represent the point at which support AI hunters will actually enter the map as well when you call them in. So if you're able to place it closer to where the action is, then it could be beneficial.
So we can see that's one of the tactical benefits of choosing your camp carefully.
キャンプを近くに置いておくとそこが有利なんですね。
そうですね。はい。ただし壊されたりするキャンプもありますので、その利便性と安全性をこう天秤にかけながら選んでいただく形になりますね。
That's right. But the closer to the action you place your camp, the more at risk you are of the camp being attacked by monsters because it's in a bit of a dangerous area. So
you don't want that when you're
balancing
trying to chill.
convenience and risk is going to be up to the player. Yeah.
環境が豊穣期になったので、草食のモンスターがたくさん群れをなすようになったりだとか、回復のミツムシのようなとこにいるかな。こういう時も
So we're in the plenty here, and that will change the endemic life that appears on the map. So I'm going to see if we've got more of the healing endemic life that should be around in this period.
So like to extrapolate, so choosing on what period you're hunting in, there could be more healing or less healing even, ramping up the challenge a bit.
異常気象によっては現れるものも違いますし、リスクリターンが変わったりするんですね。
そうですね。さっきの異常気象の時は大来光虫のような、攻撃的な、能力性能を持った生き物が多く出てきますし、豊穣期の方は回復のアイテムだったり蜂蜜だったりそういうものが多く出るような傾向はあります。
Yeah, generally speaking, the inclemency period, whenever there's going to be extreme weather and storms like you just saw, we'll have more maybe attack-based creatures around, like the giant thunderbug we saw. Whereas the plenty period is a bit more peaceful, and it's going to have concordantly going to have some healing items or healing bugs and things like that be more around on the map.
ちょっと新しい弓の使用をお伝えしますね。今回ね、瓶がアイテムではなくなりました。
So just to introduce a new element for the bow, the coatings are no longer items.
今回この仕掛けやゲージっていうんですけど、このゲージがあると思うんですが、このゲージを使って、瓶を使う。今ゲージ減りましたね。
So you can see that there's a blue gauge above where the power coating is appearing. That's the gauge that you use to refill the coatings that you're
で
using.
このゲージはもう一つこう導きのよいしょ。これ自体は弱いですよ。
So,
で刺さったらここに対して追加ダメージ。
So I just shot a tracer arrow, and then as you saw, even though I wasn't aiming right at it, the subsequent shot aimed right for the tracer.
So you can do some really impressive plays with that then.
すごくトリックプレイができそうなんですね。
そうですね。上手い人だとどんどんこうつないでいきながらダメージの量を増やしていくようなプレイングもできるようになってますね。
I think if you're good with the bow, yeah, you'll be able to use those to pull off some great damage combos.
なんかサポートハンターがあんまり動いてくれないですね。今あれかな。ちなみに今回支給品もクエスト開始したら自分のセクレットポーチに届けてくれるような仕様になってますし、時間が経つと追加の支給品が来たりもします。
Speaking of the supply items, previously you would have only been able to get them at camp, so you would have to go back to the box to get them. But since we're able to start and new quests right in the map, they're actually going to be delivered directly to your sacred pouch whenever you start a new quest.
もう一回回収もできます。
And you can pick up traps.
You know, that's good. I can't remember how many times I've put a trap in a bad place and I'm like, oh no, I need to get another one.
置き間違えてしまうことが多い人にとっては非常に嬉しいです。
そうですね。でここに置くと罠に反応してサポートハンターなんかサポートハンターたちも空気を読んで
Yeah, those support hunters are also able to understand that you've placed a trap and then head over there so that you can lure the monster together.
Very handy. Toshiguma's still putting up a big fight.
そしたらまだまだ戦い続けるんですね。
もうね弱ってるはずなんですけどね。
I think he's pretty much on the ropes at this point.
So it's all or nothing for this monster.
命がけですもんね。
2匹いますね。ちょっと小足玉で
So
出しますか。
one of his herd has shown up here, one of his packs. So we're just going to use a large John pod here to try and disperse them.
Especially in such close quarters, that would make him even more dangerous.
よいしょ。
こういう狭い場所はなおさら危ないですね。
そうですね。土砂雲のようにちょっと今回復三つ虫が出てますね。これの豊穣期になるとこういう回復系の環境生物とかもすごく増えてきます。
As I mentioned, the things like the giant vigor wasps, the healing endemic life is more common to find in the plenty period.
これも初めてかな。このワニのようなモササウルスのようなガジオスというモンスター。
Got a few new smaller monsters
で
there.
傷つきやすいような、弾を
And I was able
Slinger
to grab its tooth off with the slinger, and that becomes the new bleeding pod. When you use that with the slinger and hit a monster, it becomes easier for it to bleed.
Oh, that's handy.
ちょっと土砂熊が2頭いてちょっと危険な状態ではあるんですけど、サポートハンターに頑張ってもらって。
We have two Doshagame here, but I'm hoping the support hunters have my back while I sit down for a quick meal in the field.
You know what? It's never a bad time for a snack.
食事でも取りましょうか。
Yep, let's have a meal.
今回携帯食料を原料にして肉と魚と野菜を選ぶことができます。
So you're able to choose the combination of the portable rations that you have with you, whether it be meat, vegetable, etc., to decide what meal to cook.
Ooh, those mushrooms look good.
で追加の食材っていうのは今キノコとハーブを使ったんですけど、村人から交流して得ることをしたりとかフィールドから取ることによって追加の効果を得る食材っていうのを取ることができたりし
I
ま
added
す。
some mushrooms and herbs here. Those kind of additional ingredients are things that you can both find on the map or perhaps exchange with and trade with NPCs to get new ingredients and toppings. And by adding them to the meal, you're going to get different combinations of effects and skills.
That is so tasty.
So tasty ですね。
And the good news is you weren't interrupted by the monster. But I assume if you get too bold with your cooking, there could
その
be...
間は幸い邪魔されなかったんですけど、もしかしたらあんな場所で料理すると攻撃される可能性があるんですね。
もちろんやられる可能性が
Yeah.
あります。どこでも食べれる分どこでもリスクがあります
You can
ね。
eat anywhere, but monsters can attack you eating anywhere. So the decision is yours.
で今回ねこの局舎も前はスタンチを貯めるつぶてみたいなものが出てたと思うんです。今回上の方に追
Well
加
played.
追加ダメージが入るようなこう炸裂矢を刺すような仕様に変わってますね。
Yeah, the arc shots have also been changed up this time so that they are able to be more effective and do more damage from that style.
Great news for bow mains. Or those looking to try it out in wilds. Hang on. This is new, isn't it, Takuda-san?
これって新しい仕様ですね。今モンスターの上に。
あ、そうですね。モンスターの中
that each individual member of the herd you want to get rid of, but we have this new large dung pod I've chosen here that lets me throw it in a general area and it'll get rid of all of those pesky monsters we don't want to hunt.
And also, so we're seeing obviously Mountain in Monster Hunter Wilds, and the new way it has been added to the game. Ooh. Oh, that'll leave a mark. And then we see the small monsters getting involved as well. So it's as we mentioned, a living, breathing world. And we see this pack of small monsters taking advantage of Doshiguma being in a bit of a tough spot.
そうですね、こういう小さいモンスターが大型モンスターを攻撃したりするのもワイルズから加わった要素になります。
Yeah, this is a brand new feature where we have this kind of interaction at different levels of the ecosystem. It brings an extra level of realism.
And talking of, there's a certain monster in the background there as well. Hopefully they don't come and visit because that would be scary. But we are in the inclemency period right now. A storm has rolled in mid-hunt, dramatically changing the whole locale. It's a bit of a shocking experience. And here we have another of our monsters that we've revealed here, Balahara. And Balahara and Doshiguma, they don't seem to be getting on too well. We're seeing, oh my goodness. So, Tokudu-san, what are we seeing here exactly?
これはどういう状況でしょうか？
やばいやばいやばい。こっちにも。別のバーラハーラがいました。
Yeah.
危ない危ない。
It seems that he's engaged the Balahara, hoping it would start a turf war and
looks like
damage
that's
the main
successful.
monster, which worked.
Now we have a certain monster here that was officially revealed in yesterday's trailer opening night live. Behold, the apex monster of the Windward Plains, Ray Dow. And we have seen the community calling it Thor Magala when it was first teased, which did make us chuckle. But yeah, Ray Dow is the name of this powerful monster. So if you do come across this, if you're at Gamescom and you meet this in your quest, good luck. You'll need it.
これ今回の出展してるやつでも結構みんなレダウに向かっていく人多いです。
Yeah.
ものすごく強いんで。
We've seen a lot of people coming to the booth actually intentionally seeking out Ray Dog for a challenge, but as you said, it's a really fearsome monster to take on, so you need to be pretty confident.
That's why I love the Monster Hunter community. They're like, this is the scariest monster, I'm going straight for that one. And look at the power on that. You know, I don't think Doshiguma's going to win this one against Ray Dow.
実際にここまでゆっくりね、ゲームプレイ見せることもあんまり今までなかったので。
Yeah, this is our first opportunity, Rozo-san says, to have a chance to really show a big meaty chunk of gameplay rather than showing trailers. So it's a great chance for everyone to see this.
Absolutely, and to say we're in expert hands as well, which is fantastic.
これ藤岡さん、レダウンのデザインのこだわりは。
一番最初にのステージなので、かなりなんだか土着馬とかそういうモンスターって結構獣というかなんだけど、やっぱりこの木を代表するモンスターなので、一番そのモンスターハンターらしいデザインにしたくて。
Yeah, so Rizzo-san was asking what was the design intention behind Ray Dao, and Fujioka-san explained that, you know, the first monster you meet is kind of more like Doshagama style, beastly, furry kind of creatures, so we want to have something that stood apart from those, but that also represented the new feature of the kind of the stormy conditions that can change at any time. So having this kind of lightning creature really represents the elemental nature of the new Monster Hunter Wilds environmental design.
Yeah, it's encapsulated wonderfully. Like the community reaction when we just teased the monster was fantastic. Theory crafting, making fan art, trying to make out what the monster looks like. Yeah, I can definitely see that coming through.
異常気象、砂嵐の異常気象の特徴の一つとして先ほどのようなレダウのようなモンスターが出るというのも一つあるんですけど、この大来光虫という環境生物がいろんなところに現れます。それをアクティブにすることで今のようなしびれ罠のような効果を得ることができたりします。
Yeah, you just saw me using the great thunderbug here. It's one of the environmental creatures, the endemic life that's on the windward plains. So I was able to activate them, and that creates a huge shock effect for the monster that I'm hunting.
So resourceful hunters that keep a lookout for these little things in the environment can really capitalize on them during a hunt. Oh,
当たるか？
hey, nice shot.
今みたいに、ただの落石だけじゃなくて巨大な落石、より効果の高い巨大な落石だったりさまざまな、環境を利用するものが、パワーアップして入ってます。
Yeah, that was just one example of the many different environmental traps that you can use to cause damage. There's even bigger rock falls than that and other things to discover.
Absolutely, I remember actually using rock falls in Monster Hunter World, and I'd miss most of the time. So it's good that there's lots of opportunities to use more traps. So if you miss the first time, you might get them the second time. And what we've just seen here as well is the support hunter feature, which we actually revealed in yesterday's trailer.
They're just saying that Chupacabra has turned up on the scene, so we've got quite a menagerie today.
We do. So we've seen 4 different monsters already in the space of this one hunt, and they've all come up and tried to take on Takuda-san as well.
タタカブラは初期のモンスターなので遊びやすくなってます。
Chupacabra is one of the first monsters you'll face in Wild, so it's one of the ones that's, if you're used to the series, it'll be a little easier to take on.
Absolutely, and what a character he is with that tongue.
as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go.
And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great!
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
Right! The sandstorm! Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Why are you here?
You can't do this alone!
We need to shake them off! Follow me! Yeah! Here it comes!
There's too many of them!
Watch out for that clock! I will draw its iron! Cover me!
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready! If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them! As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
My word. Is this a Lollabarina floret? We must be near its nest. We could do a lot worse for an interim camp.
Once your business here is concluded, you should find shelter. The sands come alive this time of year, like a wild beast bristling with lightning.
From the look of it, that must be this region's apex predator. Guild permission granted! Begin the hunt!
Understood.